So meaning for everyone to see the board, please, you would have to. Someone is writing on my screen. Can you please delete the
Yeah.
one?
Unfortunately, we cannot stop. You are the
Oh,
only one that will
sorry,
be able
sorry.
to. Yeah.
So, do you know what you should do? You
No,
should share your screen instead and then use your personal
Yeah,
screen.
I think so.
That
Or
will
else
help.
people will be writing on it.
it's true. It's true. Okay, like this, and then all right, all right. So now to succeed on this online space, right? We have three, anyone doing online business, right? We have three different kind of people. This, I'm going to brief this. All right, we have three different kind of people online, right? The first, we have the dabblers. Okay, and this happens more. You see people moving from one business to the other to the other, from the other to the other. These dabblers go to one business, all right, and do you know what they do and how they make their money? They probably have a crowd. Let's say if they're coming from one company like that, all right, they always see greener pasture in the other company. And that is that is one of the things that tempts people to fail online. Greener pasture in somebody else's company. For example, you'll be in Royal Q, you'll be seeing greener pasture in some other company. Somebody else in that company will also be seeing greener pasture in Royal Q. That's how it is, right? So these people come into the business, and if they come, they lack the skill. If you are building, right, if you're building your system, you should get skills, like a professional skill, because this is money we are talking about. If you want to become a marketer, if you want to become a system builder, then you should have a skill. What are the skills? You should know how to use social media to market. You should know how to talk to your prospect. It's a skill. You should know how to do all those things, right? But these particular people lack skills. So what do? They go into this company, and the team members they are having there, if they get to a point, remember, the lack of duplication when building system will only get you to the top by help you fall, right? If you, this is what they do, if they refer the people and then maybe rank up or something, all their downlines here will not be able to duplicate what they've done, because this one in particular, this person here, have no one. Now, this is where leadership skill come in. Leadership is also a skill. Understanding duplication is a skill, right? Now, this guy here lack duplication, and this is what most people are doing. This guy here lack duplication. The way he was able to get to that rank, he cannot teach these people. Why? Because he had them before coming. So he had to refer them for them to refer. So he only be inspiring them, motivating them. But these guys here will be struggling to grow. This is where these guys here will be looking for other alternatives to make money and all those things. And then what happens? The leader will get that rank, but not make as much money as he or she is supposed to make. Right? But somebody else will have the same rank and then make more money. Why? Because the person builds the system, and then whoever the person have, the way the person was able to get it, maybe the person knows how to use Facebook, TikTok to market. The person knows how to speak to prospect. Like the person have a professional skill. He didn't really have people before coming. The person was able to duplicate the same thing to A, B, and C. So as he or she has, as the leader has been able to duplicate the same thing to A, B, and C, all right, it talking of the trading to the same, right? What happens? A, B, and C will also be able to grow. They'll see the possibilities. So they'll not be in a business having a passion to do the thing, wanting to do, but do not know what to do. There's a difference between wanting to do something and knowing how to do something. So as a leader, if you are doing and then you do not know how to do, especially when building your system, knowing how to talk to prospect, knowing how to use social media, knowing how to do those skills, what happens? You can rank up and then you not get it. But this person here will rank up, and then this person will be having strong leaders, solid leaders who knows how to do, that are building. This leader will be making results every day, and you'll be asking, why is this person making? So this is where the dabblers come in, the first category, all right, which is this leader, leader A, all right. This is where leader A start to think the business is no more working. This business is not paying me anymore. I have I'm in this rank, but then I'm not really making that money. But forgetting that to build a system is only when you duplicate yourself. So the lack of duplication makes them dab. So they go into this business, and then when they face challenge, remember every business on planet Earth have challenges. There's no legitimate business without challenge. And if you want to become an entrepreneur, you should understand that the 30% who can stand challenges, stand pressure, stand the concept to adapt, stand, you see, all these things are the ones that make what the 70% can only wish for. Right? So these people, they dab, they now see greener pasture in the other business. Then what happens? They go into the next business. And if they go, now the first people, let's say if they had 300 team members here, right? Even though all the 300 do not follow them, they go into the next business. And if they go into the next business, right, they refer most of these people. Most of them will follow them because, if someone should have a rank, that doesn't make the person a leader. A leader is someone who can stand some things. A leader is someone who can duplicate. A leader is someone who can teach you. A leader is someone who can transform someone who does not know anything, right? Someone you can transform someone who does not know anything, how to market, how to talk to prospect, how to trade, nothing, nothing. You can transform that person to become like you. These are leaders. But having a rank alone is not leadership. But this is what most people do not know. So what happens? People think, oh, because this person was our great leader here, the person have the rank, we are all following, but the person has not been able to teach you how he got to that rank, the skill, the professional one. Because he himself just had to get a crowd like that. What happens? He goes to the next business. Many, many people follow. Most of the 300 people here follow. So if you follow the referral commissions and all those things, he makes money from you. After making money from you, if he also gets to the top, this time around, he'll get to the top a little bit better than the old one. Do you understand? Forgetting that it's just continuation of your journey. It's not like, someone will come into business. Let me tell you the realities here. There's no one online that ever went into any legitimate business. All right. No one ever became successful in any legitimate business in 1 year or in months. If someone should tell you, if I went into this business, when I came into Royal Q, I used 1 year to make $100,000 and all those things. They didn't use 1 year to make that money. They've been doing this. It is just like continuation of the journey. The only thing is they changing industry. For someone to be able to do that, meaning they've been doing online business for a long time. If a leader should say, I use 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to get to global panel, or I use, let's say, this to get to this, I use 2 years to get my first $300,000 in the business, it doesn't mean they use 3 years to make that. They've been doing this. They've probably done some business before to which they had to lead, so they have that skill. They've done businesses before to which they had to market, so they have that. You see, they've gone through that before. The only people that can do that is when they have a leader that has gone through years of learning, failures, and the skill, experience, okay, that can guide and teach them. That is the stressor. That's the achiever. I'll come there. Do you understand? Aside that, these people with no skills but having a crowd keep going from one business to the other. Right? If the business should also, every business, if it gets to a place where there's challenges or anything, then they give up. Then they move on to the next. Do you understand? The second category after the dabbler is the stressor. I know it all. Now, this is very important. When you go into a business, you should understand one thing. Okay? I did that and it helped me. You can ask any leader. When I came into the business, I emptied my cup, very humble. I went into every leader's DM. Ask me why. I understand. understand that I've done many, many businesses. Yes, I have the skill. I know how to build a system. I know how to do this and that. Royal Q is a different industry on its own. I've done product-based network marketing and all, but I will not come and tell my leader I know this, I know that. Why? They've been in the business before me. So what do I do? The stresses when they come into business, all right? Oh, my leader, forget. As for me, I have my plans. As for me, this, as for me, that. Do you understand? So what happens? They start a business, and when they get to a place where they're selling, these people will get there. They will get to the last part of it. But what happens? Instead of they going to their leaders to ask questions to, even if it's your own downline or someone, do you understand? To know the possibility. No. Or let me do it myself. Or I can do this on my own. Or forget. As for me, this. Forgetting that collaboration makes the great work. I, me, myself, you cannot get there with that. Do you understand? So let me do this alone. They would have to go through this, that, this. I know it's all. Forget. As for me, I used to be the top leader for this. You cannot tell me what to do. Oh, my leader, forget yourself before breaking through. These people take years to achieve something people are taking months to. Then what happened? After breaking through, they keep going and going. Yes, I have to do this on my own. I can do it. This time around, it will fill up the ego. It will fill up the cup. For that one, if the leader maybe sees something, so because of that, it will get to a point. If your leader wants to advise you or something, they will not call you. Why? Because they feel like you know it all. Do you understand? Even if I should come and tell you, you rather, if a leader should call you trying to, let's say, for example, maybe leader OBM will call me trying to tell me, okay, Newman, do this, do this. I would rather start teaching leader OBM what to do. Don't worry. I've done this before. This is not my first time. As for me, I have my plans. I want to do this first. I want to do that. Forgetting that the industry you've come into is not the same. Royal Q, you build your system online. Even the product-based network marketing companies, we build it up. We build those things offline. The way I've been doing product-based. The way we build our systems and all those things offline, a cycle of influence and all those things, it's not applicable here in Royal Q. You can do that. Do you understand? But the people making most money is not with cycle of influence. They use social media. And even using social, oh, someone is unmuted. Even using social, oh, hello. Even while using social media, the product base, they'll let you call your cycle of influence, do this, do that. Even with this, it's a trading business. Social media, people making more money. And there's a way you can duplicate this differently. But they come the same thing again. Oh, I can do this. Oh, forget. This thing. My leader. You cannot tell me what to do. Everything. I know everything. This is that. Then what happens? Then these people. It takes years. Do you understand? But we should understand one thing, that everyone on earth is intelligent at something, and everyone on earth is also not intelligent at something. No matter how C Ronaldo knows how to play ball, no matter how best he is at playing ball, C Ronaldo or Messi, they can be the best players on planet Earth. If they go to the piloting field, whatever they know becomes useless. No, C Ronaldo can be very intelligent at playing football. Messi can be the same. Donald Trump can be the US president, ruling the world and all. But if he comes to the medical field, whatever he knows, 100% of his knowledge is not applicable there. Donald Trump cannot do what the nurses and doctors are doing, but he has more influence. It doesn't mean he's intelligent than them. He's intelligent in his field. The nurses and the doctors are also intelligent in their field, the same thing. So if C Ronaldo should go to the if he's very good at that, if he goes to, let's say, if he wants to play basketball, he would have to go to someone who plays basketball, ask questions. How do you hold, or someone who plays table tennis, ask questions. How do you hold the bat? How do you do this? How do you do that? But if C Ronaldo should go there thinking, oh, I am the Ogborogbo of all, everyone knows me. I'm the best at playing football. And then if you want to apply the same skill to table tennis, he will go and then fail. This is why most people are intelligent, but if they come to business, they fail. A study say most people you see succeeding in life are not as intelligent as most people. And what do we call intelligence? Our environment has given us the illusion that intelligence means, for example, if I'm an electrical engineer and I'm the best there, let's say my whole country, I'm number one. If I go into business, that ego still fill me up, thinking that can be applicable in a business field, forgetting that the business world is different from our traditional world. And it's not just about business and tradition, it's about fields. This is how the stressors are. And these people are determined. So they take years to get to where they'll get to. Then we have the last category, all right? The achievers. This category of people, right? If they go into business, and mostly it's either these people understand these things and they know that the smartest people are people who listens, learn, and then add what they know. So when they go to a field, they ask questions. They see how things are going. Where they are supposed to talk, they'll talk. Where they are not supposed to, they'll not. Do you understand? But what do? They go to their leaders. They ask questions. Okay, how are you building your system? They don't see impossibilities. How are you building your system? Okay, this. They jot that down. How is this person building their system? They jot that down. How is this person? I came from the product-based networking. When I came here, I interviewed all the leaders. I saw leader OBM. I asked him, how did he build the system? He told me he was pasting on Facebook and all those. Imagine I came into this business. I've built some other companies before, product-based network marketing. Imagine I came into Royal Q wanting to apply that same thing. Yes, I knew how to use WhatsApp to do this and that. But when I came here, I realized that, okay, leader OBM has already made $200,000. Leader Doris, she's a Ghanaian staying in the diaspora. A Ghanaian like me, a woman. No, I went into a DM. I asked questions. She too used social media. I asked Julius, use social media. I asked Dr. Money, use social. She said she was posting on her WhatsApp. And I realized that no, this is the system working here because these are the people making money. So imagine I had come thinking I know it all like the stressor, wanting to only apply what I know. Oh, forget me, I've built one product base before, so you people cannot tell me what to do. As for me, I already have the people, forgetting that it's not just about having the people. You can have people come into Royal Q, refer all of them into Royal Q and still not succeed. Why? Because the people do not have people. And you lack the skill. Now, how do you grow? You should get a skill to use social media. There's a way they do this. You don't have that skill. So you have the people, you bring them, and if that is filled up, now if the people do not have that skill to duplicate, you will not make results. You get to the top, you'll be a leader, you'll not be making this money. This is where you see yourself seeing greener pasture in some other business. You might think the business is not working, right? So do not be like the stressor, do not be a dabbler, but be an achiever. Now, for you to become an achiever, you have to understand one thing, that money, this is deep. Money itself, wealth, is a hidden treasure. And it can only be found at places people see problem with. Because we should understand and accept the realities of the world, that 70% of the world population are not wealthy. It's only few. Let's come into the crypto space. Royal Q trades on the real market. It trades in your own personal Binance account. Meaning it is not Ponzi because it's not the developers. You initiate the boat to trade in your Binance, meaning you are trading on the same market. Now, how much goes around the market daily? Billions of dollars. How much goes around the crypto market monthly? Trillions of dollars. Meaning this is where money is. For trillions of dollars, Africa's total GDP, the America's total GDP alone, China's total GDP. Do you understand? If you look at all these countries, calculate that to how much goes around the crypto market monthly. Then you get to know that this is where the big banks, the big institutions, the government, the whales, the billionaires, the multimillionaires, all these people, because the 70%, the poor and average alone cannot sum up to 6 point something trillion dollars every month. So now, this is it. If this is where money is, meaning money is a hidden treasure, hidden at this place. All right. Now, here lies the case. Coming into Royal Q, some people feel like, oh, this business is too difficult. All right. That is why the 70% are not where they are, because the mindset has been programmed to look for easy stuffs, to do things that will make us feel comfortable. And if you don't fight that, you cannot. All right. The mindset will let you know that, oh, this is very difficult, this is impossible, this is that. But if you are an entrepreneur and you are here to become an achiever, to do anything possible, then you should understand that in a business where people are complaining, that is where money is. If it is easy, there has been people that has been doing online business before you. You are not the first, you are also not going to be the last. People have been doing online businesses for many years before you. You are not the first, you are not also going to be the last. Right? But ask me this question. But one thing I can assure you is any legitimate company you go to, there are people making money and there are people complaining. It's only Ponzi you know goes. It's only Ponzi you go, you will not see people complaining. Any legitimate company you go to, you will see people climb from the beginning. You see people climb from the basics of that business to the top. But you still see people go there and then complain. You should understand this is the realities of this world. Financial literacy, the concept of business, is not taught in a system programmed for all of us. So it takes few. And if you want to become part of the few, then you should get it that if people go into business and they are complaining and they are this, it is because they've not been taught that if you want to make it, no one is responsible for what you make. You are responsible for your own life and where you get to in life. So if you go into a business, for example, when I came into the business, I was not a trader. The one who referred me gave up in the business and he's not in the business even up to now. And I can tell you for a fact that all what I know in the business today, I didn't even get it from my direct uplines. I got it from my own curiosity, from different mentors. I was in their DM, even if they are, I can chat some leaders and at that time, they will not reply. Some people will get bored. Oh, I chat this leader and he's not replying. But I had to understand that no, that leader is having more team members. I want something. With or without me, that leader is still who he or she is. And nothing can stop that leader. You see, one thing you should understand is nothing stops a determined person. Nothing can, so far as that leader is determined to make it, that leader will make it. I want something for myself. If I am making money, I don't make money for my leader. I don't make money for anyone. I make that for myself. So to sit and complain and do this, life will move on. People will still come into the same business and still make it. I can be in those leaders' DM and keep chatting and keep chatting and keep. I can chat them, and this is what I used to do. If that leader is offline, all right, I'll relax. Small time, I'll go and check. If the leader, when I came into the business at first, if the leader come online, then I'll chat. Do you understand? If the leader, I'll keep chatting and chatting until the leader replies me. That's how I got Dr. Money and Co. their attention. Dr. Money, leader OBM and Co. Because they have team members. I came to meet them already being a V6, V5, leader Doris already being a V4. They were already having big teams. I kept doing this and doing this and doing that. Do you understand? I didn't give excuse. Another practical example, I came into the business. I made this business during the BS season. Do you understand? People were complaining, oh, this, the economy is hard. People will not get money to register. People will do this. People will do that. right? Floating this, floating that, like everything. People, a lot of people, I came to meet a lot of people complaining, right? But what happened? I saw opportunity in that because I know one thing for sure, that anyone complaining are part of this. And money is a hidden treasure. If it's easy, everyone would have been wealthy around us. It's a hidden treasure. So where people are not seeing, this trading space, trillions of dollars go here, goes around this space every month. Meaning this is where money is. So what will be the difference between me and other people? Okay, a lot of people are complaining about this business. A lot of people are giving up. A lot of people are doing this. Meaning if I should come into this business and then figure out what works, meaning I will make the money, the 70% are only wishing for. This is why we only have few people that are making it. If I'm not that kind, you cannot make it online. Why? Because you keep doing this business and then you go to the next business and then you go to the next. You also have to understand that to succeed online is no different from building your traditional business or going to school to get a job. There's no difference. And this is what most people are not accepting. You cannot succeed online. The concept is to succeed, it's not just to make money. If you want to succeed online, you are here to make it and you are here to make it for good, right? Let me put the other system as an example. Let me put the other system as an example. The goal is right now, the system has placed the financial freedom, like everything, to money. So let me put money. Do you understand? The goal is because money buys all those things. So let me put money. The goal is money. All right. When we were born, I want to show you something. When we were all born, the system understand that for our tradition, there's no difference. I want people to understand it like this. The fact that it is online makes it no difference. If you don't understand it like this, you only be online watching people's success, wishing and hoping, and then you'll be wasting more years. If you want to become a medical doctor, please, that means someone's place is noisy. If you want to become a medical doctor, you do not go. First of all, you go to school, you go through the process. And why do you want to become a medical doctor? It's not because of passion. There's nothing called passion on earth. There's nothing like what I love, and I can explain that, right? What you love and what you think you are passionate about it will depend on your environment and what your environment has taught you. You see, the human mind, or the subconscious mind, has been programmed in a way that whatever you feed, whatever you keep feeding, do you understand, becomes a habit. That habit becomes an addiction, and that addiction becomes a norm. So this is where we tend to love that thing. And a practical example is our spouse, your parents. You love your mother. Why do you love your mother? Because you've seen her do something. The emotional part of this. You've seen her take care of you and all those things. Where you are right now, if you lose your memory, you will not love your mother anymore. Your wife, your husband. Oh, I'm in love with my wife, or I'm in love with my girlfriend. There's nothing like that there. It is because of the process. The same thing with business. This is human nature. The process, what made you love that person? Okay? The woman that I love today, all right? If today, maybe, if something should happen for me to lose my memory, if I see that woman, I will not fancy her. I will not love her. Where is that love? Meaning everything is here in the mindset. But what made me love her? Maybe it is because of some things, the process. Okay, all these years, some experiences that I've gone through and all those things. Do you understand? So it builds me, it does this, it does that. Do you understand? So it builds me to know the kind of woman I should be expecting, or the kind of woman I should want. So if I meet one woman having all these qualities that I've built in a year, do you understand? I fall in love with that woman. So this should tell you. Now, if you want to become a medical doctor, all right, I've cleared the concept of I am doing this because I love that. These are facts. If you want to become a medical doctor, right, what do? You don't just wake up one morning to become. You spend over 20 years of your life paying school fees every year, sacrificing 88 hours a day, depending on your country. 8 hours a day. In my country, even the schooling system, you can go for like 9, 10 hours. You go in the dawn, you close 4, sometimes even 5 extra classes again. And upon all that, you finish all the 8 hours a day. You come home, you come and do another extra. Like you keep going through this same roller coaster. Why? Because you are seeing this. Now, you understand that if you want to become a doctor, you have to focus on that one particular thing for a long time. And this is what many people are not applying to businesses, especially online business opportunities. This is why, if you study, say, people who succeed online are people, probably, they had to succeed without even knowing that they followed principles. All right. It's probably because maybe they had no choice, or things had to crash for them, to which they have. It's either they are here or here. Do you understand? So they put in their whole focus and everything. Now, what do? Your whole life of schooling and everything, okay? You learn the process, you learn everything, you keep doing the same thing, you keep learning the same course for a very long time. You keep renewing your boat, even if you are not making daily profit from school. You keep renewing your school fees. That's like renewing your boat. But even through that, you do not go to the school to tell your teachers the courses you want to learn and the courses you do not want to learn. Learn mathematics. If you go to the school, if you want to become, for example, leader OBM has made $200,000 in the business. Leader OBM will come and tell you, okay, I did this, I learned how to trade, I'm building my system, I am doing this, I am doing that. You want to become like him. But when he's telling you all these things, you've not made, if you've made $200,000 before, then it's fine. But you've not seen $200,000 before like him. So if he's telling me to do something that will make me $200,000, it is just like going to school for the teacher to tell me, Newman, you have to learn mathematics. Not because you love to learn mathematics, you should learn science, uh, you should learn physics, chemistry. Do you understand? Core physics, core chemistry, or elective ones. No matter this looks, even if I love mathematics, I can hate my teacher, I can hate the school, I can hate mathematics, I can hate calculations. Only if I want to become a medical doctor, I have to learn it. Not because I want to learn it. This, because it is part of the principle to get to the goal where I want to get to. And this is what many people don't understand. It is part of the principle. If right now I can learn all these things, and then if tomorrow I change my mind, okay, if tomorrow I do not want to be a medical doctor, right, and then I want to become an engineer, all these things that I'm learning here will not be applicable. I have to go and start from scratch, like a newbie. I will not go to the engineering field. If I go to the engineering field and they tell me to buy a marker board, I would you learn coral drawing or whatsoever. Do you understand? You learn how to you learn resistance. How to, I'm not talking of our support and resistance. So there's this resistance something. You learn how to operate on all these things. Do you understand? What are some of the engineering courses? Okay, or cyber security, you learn coding, you learn Python, you learn ethical hacking, you learn whatever. Do you understand? If I go to that field and I want to get to, because if I go to the cyber security field, I want to become successful like those ahead of me. So if I go there, if they tell me to learn Python, whether I like Python or not, I have to learn that. It's not because I love it. I can hate Python, but because I am good, I have to learn the concept of what? Coding, Python, and all those things. The same thing is applied here. If you want to make it online, your leader tells you things seriously. You okay? Why are we jobbing? Why did we go to school? Why did we go through all this process? It is a job. Now the difference is career. Do you understand? But all in all, it boils down to money. But imagine, you see, this is some realities. One thing I keep telling people is no matter how hard you work, no matter how you sit, the system is not favorable, and my uncle is not helping me, that person is wicked, the world will move on. 150 years from now, we'll all not be. One will be, we'll have another new batch. So though you struggled, though you did this, so you understood the principles, so you had to adapt to it, so you build a system. And I can tell you for sure, you can ask someone money, maybe you will not follow principles, all those things, all right? And then attend meeting you are not attending, watch video you are not watching, learn trading, learn how to market you are not doing, like all those things. You are doing it your way, but you've not made $200,000 before like them. Someone has made 200,000, someone dollar, and the person says do this, and you are doing it your way, but you've not seen $1 million before. So people reinventing the wheel, trying to do it their way. Just like wanting to become a medical doctor. Then I say I want to do this my way. I don't go to the medical school, but I'll just go open a clinic and start operating on patients my way. Might buy many patients. Do you understand? If you don't die, I'll kill many patients. Why? Because I know the same thing. This is where many people go into businesses and they keep failing and they don't know why. You go into the same business. You probably leave that business before somebody else will come and then come and make it in that business, and you'll still be there. You'll be wondering what you are not doing right. It's because they know something you do not know. And they've been consistent with that thing for a long time. They've been consistent with that thing for a very long time. Oh, I came into Royal Q. I used 6 months to get to V4. It's because they've been marketing not today. Probably maybe they've been using social the time. Maybe they've been doing other business. So the concept of marketing is not new to them. So coming into Royal Q, it's continuation of their journey. They know how to speak to prospect. They know how to handle prospect. They know how to handle things. But you, the new one, you come in and after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, even after 1 year, you think things are not working for you. You go into the next business and then you make a little bit progress than your previous business and you think that business is better. It's continuation of your journey. Right? The same thing here. The same way we spend more time, we do what we are asked, we follow principles to become a doctor, a pilot, or anything. The same thing with business. Business have its own principles. It's a different world on its own. It has its own principles. The way you build a system have its own principles. People can get to the top and still fall. Ranking up doesn't guarantee anything. People jump to the top and fall. People build to the top and stay. Do you understand? It is because these people know something, these people do not.
Dr. Newman, please, you muted yourself. We can't hear you any longer. I don't know if it's intentional or by mistake.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, please, we can hear you now.
Okay, okay. All right. So that is it. Okay. You should take one business. If you want to succeed in an industry, take one. Focus on that for a very long time. Give yourself 1 decade. That is the principles in a business. 1 decade, and unless the business collapse, it's different. But at least 1 decade, or even you can put 5 years. All right. Now, within these 5 years, let me use myself as an example. When I came into the business, trading was difficult to me, especially when I attend meeting and they're talking about first buying amount, margin calls, support and resistance. How do you call this? Auto Fibonacci. All these things would just be busting my brain because I was new to this space, right? I can tell you for a fact that I was in a business for 8 good months and I was still struggling to understand these terms because they were all new to me. 8 good months. And I still didn't know how to use. It's not like I'm not consistent. I'm always on meetings. I'm always in leaders' DM. I'm curious. I have my book. I keep writing things. Do you understand? But because I was new to crypt, like the trading space, everything looked so new to me. But I know one thing, that nothing is impossible. Okay? And I know another thing for sure, that so far as someone, if like no one is in the business making money, it's fine. It's a different thing altogether. But I just want to know one person. I just want to know that one person in this business is making money from their trade. All right. I see daily trade screenshots and I'll be like, what are these people doing that I'm not doing? Right. Imagine I came into this business, my fresh time coming into the business. Okay. The fresh time I came into the business, some money that I had to take as loan and all those things. What happened? A coin was delisted. And when the coin was delisted, it affected me. That is not it all. Another coin crashed, which is Luna. And when Luna was crashing, all right, my few team members that I had, some of them are still here. My few team members that I had, all right, I told, this coin is crashing, and the way it has crashed, we are going to make it. In fact, if this coin should return back to its highest point, I sold all my coins, boom, into Luna. We went to take another loan. I went to place that into Luna. That could have broke me. Do you understand? I went to put all into Luna, thinking Luna will come back, not knowing it was crashing. Do you understand? I remember when those days when I joined, all right, before I would trade, I didn't know what utility coins are, I didn't know what all these things are. Do you understand? But I was looking at any coin. So I didn't like coins that ran slow. No. I thought to become successful, I should want coins with many zeros. All right, coins that are having zero, plenty zeros. So thinking if I should, okay, at that time, I will take a book thinking, oh, if I should buy Shiba Inu, all right. So if I buy Shiba Inu with $100 or with $10 or with $50, I'll have 5 million tokens. Meaning, if Shiba Inu should go to $1, I'll make $5 million. Do you understand? Then I'll go and put, then I'll go and put all using a royal cube. I'll go and put all there. Wanting 5 million. So every day, if I wake up in the morning, I'll go and check my charts. Whether Shiba Inu has gotten to $1, $1. Do you understand? Forgetting that market cap, there's something called market cap. There's something, you see, supply demand, market moving up and down, all these things. All right. But what happened? I was consistent with this space. I told myself one thing, because truth be told, when I came into the business, I saw people complaining, and I see a reversed thing happening, right? The same thing, and I keep saying this: everything is an excuse. Even if you read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hills, where it talks about alibis, right? When I came into the space, my James Mekara, uh, Chifolu, they are from Nigeria, and they're my uplines. Do you understand? And at that time, they were holding meetings. What happened? My Ghanaian colleagues that I came to meet in a business somewhere, I think we had some V3s and V2s, and they were just doing a business, And then when I talk to them, you know, Ghanaians, and it's happening. Now, I have some Nigerians in my system and all those things, and then they are saying the same thing because they have not met the other Nigerian community and all. So my Ghanaian, some of the Ghanaian community, and Ghanaians are not serious. Ghanaians don't have money. Ghana is not like Nigeria. As for Nigerians, Nigerians have money. That is what it's not one, it's not two. In the V2, if I see you from Ghana, I'll call you. At that time, that's what I was doing. You can ask leaders. I called all the V2s. That's how I even got into leader coaches students. I called all of them. Then I'll ask. I'm curious. I was just a V1. Then I'll ask, I like to learn. I want to know mistakes, what the mistakes people have done. I want to be an achiever. Do you understand? I'll not come and use my no, no, no. So I learned from this, I learned from that. Okay, this is the mistake. Okay, why is this person not making this money? Why is this so that this person is making more money than this? You see, I like asking questions. And then all these people, most of them, and Ghanaians, they don't really have money. This is that. Ghana is not like Nigeria. At that time, um, Uganda was not even known in the business. It was Nigerians that were taking over like in meetings and every V6, V5s and all. And what happened? They were giving excuse here and there, excuse here and there. What happened? I saw opportunity in that. I said, so you people are here giving excuses, thinking Ghanaians are not like Nigerians. Nigerians have money. Do you understand? Today, Nigerians will be telling you that last time, one of my team member called me. We were talking, and then he was like, Nigerians, Ghanaians, have money. The economy in Ghana is not like Nigeria. Nigeria is different. Nigeria things are difficult, and this is. And I said the same thing Ghanaians were saying when I came into the business. But it is because you came to meet me, being a Ghanaian, being your upline, as the one making money. So that is just an excuse. There are people in your country making money. The same thing. I had some people from Uganda, the same thing. It should tell you something. People are having money everywhere. It's just a matter of what is in. It's if the thing is important to them, they would find a way. Everyone have money. They only have money if it's important to them. Right? But what happened? The same place. I'm using mine as an example. The same place, people were like, people don't have money, people are doing this, people are doing that. Is the same place I came to build my system. It's the same place I came to get to V4 at. Right now, let me say principal advisor, last but one rank. Do you understand? But I'm in the same country, the same trading. People thought, oh, this trading never works. As for Royal Q, is the Royal Q being this, Royal Q being that. The same trading is where we had to come and find ways out. Someone who didn't even know anything about first buying amounts. Someone who was struggling to understand margin configuration in 8 months, my first 8 months. Everything in the business. Do you understand? I came to understand all those things. Why? Because I had to tell myself that the way people, the way people are complaining about this, about that, meaning if I should take my time, because I understand one thing, that money is a hidden treasure. So if I should take my time and figure this thing out, I should figure what people think is impossible out. Mobile phone has been done today. Nothing is impossible. All the ideas are there. They are in the quantum field. The mobile phones we are using today, it would have looked impossible. How do you think human beings should be able to talk, communicate without having to see yourselves, with no wire connecting? What is connecting one phone to the other? It looked impossible until it was done. Nothing is impossible to the human mind. I had to also tell myself, if you put Royal Q aside, people are trading manually, people are making money. So what's the difference? The difference here is that Royal Q is using a quantitative trading model, just like dollar cost averaging, which is above manual trading. Meaning this, if the market should even go against you, it's an opportunity. If the market should go for you, it's an opportunity. It will only sell the small ones it has bought. If it goes against you, meaning volatility that is meant to fight against you in the market. Royal Q help you with that. Royal Q help you trading that with peace of mind. Meaning, even if I should put Royal Q aside, because Royal Q do not analyze the market for us, Royal Q do not initiate its own settings. We trade a real market, we trade in Binance. So if I should put Royal Q aside and I want to trade manually, would I say manual trading is not working? No. Do you understand? If someone should say a Royal Q is not working, it's just like the person saying trading is not working. Because what's the difference? The difference is that Royal Q is even helping you with quant strategy. The quant strategy model. Let me even read this part for you. For those who do not understand this, go to your chat GPT, go and research what quant trading means. Then you understand what I'm saying. Or go to the internet. Let me show you this. All right. Right, you have an advantage over manual trading. Meaning it's not impossible because manual traders are also trading. But the difference is they are using stop losses and all those things. Let me show you this. Let me show this to you. All right. I had to take my time because I know that for a business to come into existence, for the developers to do this, meaning it should have a purpose. What is that purpose? Instead of me sitting blaming leaders, blaming that for not doing this, for not doing that, blaming the business and all those things, why not figure the way out? Because money is not even a paper thing. Money is all about solving a problem. Do you understand? Now, what is quant trading? We should look at this, where decisions are made based on mathematical models. I want to read the most important part here. Okay, instead of human traders saying, I think the market will go up, a computer program analyzes huge amounts of data to decide when to buy or sell. Okay, let me just hit on the most important parts and then show you something here. Okay, now the techniques used. Okay, no. Where's this? Where's this? Good. The techniques used. Compare this to your boats. To this, exploiting price differences between related assets, just like we have this stroke that USDT to this, that to this, BTC to okay, and then making many tiny trade in milliseconds. Quant strategy has been there not today, even before Royal Q, but it is big firms and companies that were using it. That's why Royal Q will tell you that they've been there for 4 good years, and it was only big firms and companies that were using it before they even had to release this to the public. Meaning, for us to get this robot, $120. That's why Royal Q do not care about what people, because for you to get this $120, it's highly almost impossible. Royal Q started this. The big institution, hedge fund, those holding big money, they do not go with these stop losses and all those things. No. Because you see all these manipulations, volatility, and all those things is to fight you. That's why many traders are losing. It's funny when someone is saying, as for here, you don't lose in trade, please. Supply and demand is out of your control. Human being holds money. For market to go up, no matter where you're investing your money, for market to go up, it's when the demand rate is high. The more people are buying, the more market goes up. The more people are selling, the more market comes down. So there's no business that has a lot to do with investments, whether the gold markets, oil markets, stock markets, what crypto markets, volatility plays a role there, and that is meant to fight you. Quant trading is the only way out. Aside that, the manual traders stop loss, and even the stop loss, imagine it keeps hitting and hitting, and you're losing more. But with this is how they trade. Now, watch this. What is the difference? Making many tiny trades in milliseconds, constantly buying and selling to profit from spreads, betting price will return to their average. You know that, okay, even if you enter and the market goes against you, okay, this year is bull run, meaning the market will surely go up. What happens? Market does two things: continuation, reversal, continuation, reversal. So these reversals, what do you do instead of putting stop losses and all those things? Because volatility is there to fight against the majority. The big guys are here to make money. You're also here to make money. They've been in the space for decades. You cannot make money than them, or you cannot make money from them. They are here to make that from you. They understand supply and demand very well. While the driver is complaining, the price of fuel is expensive. The matrix, those country, the government, the people, they've already invested into the oil market when it was cheap. So as it's expensive, while drivers are complaining, they are making money. Life is like that. Demand and supply. If you don't understand these things, the same thing here. Now, as reversal, as the market is retesting, it can take 1 week, it can take 2 weeks. What happens? Constantly buying and selling from different from to make profit from spreads, making many tiny trades in milliseconds. What's the use of the sub being real-time settlement? Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So imagine your capital is even bigger. You open small, like buy, sell, buy, sell. This kind of buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. Before you know, now watch this. Betting price will return to their average. You know, if you enter the market after the first four margin calls, the rest will be buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. You are betting, you know you are following the overall trend, the continuation. So what happens? Market will surely come back to the average price. I got to understand, okay, you see, because I've been here for years trying to figure the way out, I realized that this is not impossible. I saw people saying floating is impossible, this is impossible. I realized that no, it's not impossible. There's a reason, there's something positive about Royal Q people are not seeing. If I figure this thing out, I'll make the money. Life is like that. That is how you should be. Royal Q brought futures. And then I asked, why did they bring futures? Okay, so why was these things happening? Okay, it is because we were trading against the trend, according to quant trading. Do your own research and understand what it is. So, one, you should be betting price will return to its average. And look at the last, momentum trading. Betting trend will continue, meaning you are supposed to align with the trend, the cycle. So aligning with that, okay, so I came into the business during beer season, meaning it's not like the business was not working, just that we didn't figure it out. So beer season was supposed to follow that trend, but we're trading against the trend. That is why we went into floating for 8 months, went into floating for this. We learned from our mistakes. That is how businessmen build business. Now, what happens? Now, we've been here for years. We solve the problem. We put systems down. New generations will come. Generations will come. And then if generations to come, what happens? We, those that has been here to solve the problem and all those things, this is where you see as being top leaders, because now we've solved the problem for you to come and enjoy. As I'm explaining it like this, right? If you're a newbie, you now realize, oh, okay, so this is it. So meaning all this, do you get it? Then what happens? You people start making the money and the top leaders start making the money. You wish to be like them, forgetting that they have to stay glued to this to figure out what works, to to see or to solve the problem people run away from, to do what people think is impossible. When people thought floating is impossible, when you realize this, you realize that, okay, so with a trend, all right, from now to the next 6 months, okay, and these are practical examples. You see, when I understood it this way, all right, if you see some coins, meaning you don't even need complicated analysis. Okay, if you see things like let me go here, look at this. For example, we know, okay, Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin will surely go up. Now the difference, some people give up, oh, floating this, floating that. What happened? We stayed here. Now we've learned our lessons. This is the leadership training, so you should notice this. What happens? You see, because we've stayed there for a long time, the next four cycle will enjoy it. People that give up will not know what we know today. So they'll keep dabbling from one business to the other, one business to the other. But because we are here for a long time trying to figure the way out, what people think is impossible. Now, what happens? We know that, okay, when next Bitcoin should halve, what do? We follow that. Now, if you go to the 1 week time frame, look at this. Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin has been climbing up slowly. Slowly. So next time, Bitcoin halving, we just have to follow. We know the coins to trade. Okay, we put our trade on maybe cycle or something on Bitcoin. Do you understand? Remember, the essence of quant trading, your betting price should get to its average. So even if you entered here, you know it's Bitcoin halving. It's a trend. It always happens. And you know Bitcoin will surely get to its all-time high. So if you enter there, even if it's market should come down for like some for some weeks, do you understand? This is where buying and selling from different spread, many tiny trades. Do you understand? Buy sell. The sub being real time settlement. You see profit. Buy sell. Buy sell. Buy sell. And then you know because you are aligning the momentum trading. You are aligning with that with the trend. What happened in after all this? After all this, if you're having a let's say if you're having $1,000, and if all this buying so this 1 week time frame, if you go to the it will be going up, down, up, down, up, down on a smaller time frame. The buy sell. If your $1,000 should be doing all these things here, yes, your first four margin costs can float, five can float. You don't care. You know the price will come back to its average. The billionaires, especially this bull run, if they're manipulating the market to take people's stop losses and all those things, it will not affect you. You still be making money. You don't trade with emotions. You are not scared. What? Hey, what if the market? No, you are not scared. You are not trading with emotions. You are at peace of mind. You've figured the way out. All in all, you know that okay, after it has done all these things, the sub real time, so after everything, the market will still come back to the average price. It will now sell the first four calls, and then this time around, you'll get back your $1,000 because cryptocurrency is not like forex. It's you having assets. Do you understand? And if you have an asset and the asset should depreciate in value, it doesn't mean you've lost the asset. It will still come. What happens? You will now be out of the trade officially. You will get back your $1,000, and the profit it has been making here for you. You've got back your profit too. You have peace of mind. You know your money is not on their side. It's in your own personal finance. You see why and how did I know all these things? Imagine I had given up in Royal Q. Imagine I was not consistent in Royal Q. Imagine I didn't have this business thought, knowing perfectly well that nothing is impossible. Imagine I didn't have the mindset. I told myself it's just a matter of time. We will figure this out. Because Royal Key developers will not just sit down and then program an application. There is something they are solving. Do you understand? This should tell you something. So, as a leader, all right, as Royal Q, please, this someone might think, oh, today is not trading. This is I'm teaching you that solving a problem. I'm using practical examples to teach you that solving a problem, okay, and if something should come and you do not understand the thing, especially this new system. I can tell you for a fact that we've all still, even though we are doing this, but still, they probably later you realize that okay, so this is this. Later, you realize that even this is even after 1 year, you still realize something. That okay, from this new system. Do you understand? But most people will see this, oh, this business is that business is this. The same way, I'm using this as an example. The trading one, when people saw it to be impossible, when people thought, oh, floating, you cannot solve it, when people thought this, when people thought that. Do you understand? Because when the last time someone was bargaining this, and I gave the person a practical example, just like I'm showing this to you. I remember when futures came and I told leaders that, oh, no, you lose your money, you do this. And I said, we are trading against the rule of the boat if we are limited to spot alone. Because according to quant trading, it says what? Align with the trend, momentum trading, and all. But what happened? It got to a point, all right, when I was making, let me go to my Royal Q and show you something. It got to a point. Please, I'm using this as a practical example. When it got to a point, market was dumping. People were just there, and I was making $1,000, 500 for my trading. Why? Because I figured something people did not. And when I was telling people were scared, oh, future is this, future is that. I said, you are still not aligning with the boat. It says momentum trading. If the market is dumping, follow it. That long floating will be profit. Floating is where money is. But it shouldn't be as long as 1 year. That was the essence. I've gone into long months floating before. But what happened? I still know that there is still a way out. Do you understand? Before everyone will come here, now everyone is using the futures. Before everyone will use and all those things, do you understand? I'm teaching you something. You have already known the ups and downs, what to do not to get liquidated, what to do. Before everyone will try to adapt, oh, you're already gone. That is how life is. Do you understand? Now, You have an opportunity of a lifetime. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, those days, as a practical example to what I'm saying, I was not a dabbler. I was not dabbling from this to this to see things to be impossible. Look at this. All right. When these times when market was dumping and all those things, look at this. 100 and days, 200 and days, 1,000 days, 100 and days, 600 and days, 400 and that, 600 and days, 20, 300 and days from trading. Let me scroll so you can see this. Do you understand? From trading. All right. It is because I saw possibilities. When Royalty released futures, when everyone was scared, I saw opportunity in that. This is trying to tell you something, especially with the new system. Okay, let me tell you the big opportunity, because I've seen an opportunity in this new system. But in the first year, it will not, you will not, I don't know how to say this. The first year from now, okay, the first year, all right, it will not prevail itself like it's supposed to. But after 1 year, you will see what I'm talking about. Some leaders will later see and then be like, ah, so this is how it was. So if I had known this, that. Do you understand? And at that time, maybe they probably collapsed their teams and all those things. They've probably collapsed their teams and all those things. Why? Because the future, from now to the next year, oh, my earnings is this, my earnings is that. We are mainly on the rank and all those things. Yes. Some people giving up and all those things will still be sharing, putting the shares, will still be having the shares with you and all those things. After 1 year, I'm telling you for a fact, I had to sit down, okay, do this calculation, do this to know, okay, realistically, why is this happening like this? Why is it that the elite, the principal, the this, why 15% on the principal, why 20%, why $20 per activation on this? Okay, let me put everyone aside. Let's say no, there's no one in Royal King and we are starting this at fresh. Do you understand? Realistically, elite can never be more than principal. And for you to become a principal, you should have 350, meaning you should have more than two elites. Meaning, for you to become a principal, if I am the only principal and there's one activation, $120, Royal Q says, let's say I'm the only principal. Royal Q says $15 to me, then $20 to the elite. Do you understand? So let's say I am the first principal. This will happen after 1 year. When the system, because there are still many people's votes who has not expired and all those things. People, you the foundation. If you know the opportunities you have right now, you the foundation right now. If you understand this thing, all right, and hold it, hold your team, build, like, be consistent with the community and all those things for like 1 year. Do you understand? After 1 year, you will see something, because every business is like that. If something new comes in, the first year will be like this, like that. People will not understand. People will do this. Right now, we have many people having the shares, and they've stopped the business, sharing the shares with you and all those things. Then what happens? If I'm the only elite, meaning I'll get the $15, but for me to become principal, I should get two minimum, because 150, 150, two elite advisors. Now, two elite advisors, if two of them are sharing this $20, that's like 10, 10. Meaning principal advisors, with time, if the system is stable, let's say after 1 year and the system clears, because after 1 year, from now to the next year, from now to next year, by this time, everyone in Royal Queue are both to expire, and it will be renewed boats, the active renewed boats and the new ones. This is where the system will match everything. Meaning, if we are two principal advisors, right, the other principal advisor should also have at least minimum two elites. $15. If that principal advisor and I should be sharing $15, meaning four people will be sharing 20, meaning all the elite advisors that are making this. Do you understand? Looking at this from a fresh start, from a fresh beginning. Now, you have that chance and opportunity, because some people are still not seeing the bigger picture. The 1 year will look rough and all those things. The same way the trading system looked rough for me and all those things. Imagine coming into the business the first time, I'll take loan and all those things, go into Luna, it will crash. They'll tell you, when I hear buy the dip, you keep buying the dip, but the dip keeps dipping. The dip will keep dipping and dipping and dipping. And Luna never, like, guy, everything. We had to go and pay back all those challenges. But with time, it made a lot of sense. At last, I have a skill. At last, I can do something. This should tell you something. All right. If you're in a system, if you're in a business and you're a leader, if it's royal queue, you know you are doing, be consistent with it. Take one thing. You cannot be attending a piloting school and also be attending a medical school all at once, right? If it is royal queue you are here to do royal queue as your online business. Put all your time and attention to learn anything in royal queue. And as a leader, meaning you are building, all right? What are the four necessary skills I'm supposed to learn? Okay, leadership, that's number one. Uh, self development, which is like paradigm shift. Do you understand? Which is number two, where you would have to be learning more from these books like Think and Grow Rich, Read That, Poor That. All these things are important if you want to get to. It's not system building and everything. All these books will open your eyes to them, right? Then you can ask the leaders to. Do you understand? Every leader have all this. Okay, books like if you want to know how to build a system, Eric Worrell, GoPro, your first day in network. There are many books. Do you understand? This is self improvement. It's like a course. Do you understand? Then you building your system, marketing. How to use social media to market? All right. How do you just watch anyone doing that? Okay. How do I use social media to market? How do I do this? That's the third lesson. That's the third subject in Royal Q. Marketing. Then the last, I've talked about leadership. I've talked about self-development. I've talked about marketing, then investment, which is what trading. So if you come into Royal Q, take it like you wanting to become a medical doctor because it's a business. Your money is not with them. It's a business. It's $1 trillion industry. Why do you want to become a medical doctor? Because you want to make money. 150 years from now, we'll all not be here. And these are the realities of the world. Whether you struggle, you don't struggle, the world will move on without us. So it is either you do one thing once and for all. Now, this is it. The same way, you take Royal Q as a career. It has four subjects: leadership, system building, which is, let me say, marketing. Okay. System building boils down to marketing. And under marketing, we have building a brand, social media marketing, talking to prospects, duplication, all those things. Do you understand? Everything under marketing. Then we have self development. Okay. And then we have the last thing, which is marketing, so trading, investment. Do you understand? These are the four courses. Now, for you to make money, you have to become a professional. You tell it to yourself that you don't care who is complaining, you don't care who is doing this. All you know, you are here, you paid your $120. Me, I borrowed my money to start this business. I am not here for anyone. I don't care what my leader is doing. I don't care what this person. I am here for myself. All right. And I know that, okay, these are the four skills I have to master. If I master these skills, I'll be the type people wish to be like. If I master this, if I'm consistent with meetings, with trainings, I attend every meeting and I have a book. Every training I'm writing, I have to take it like I'm starting life again. And these are the four courses. I want to be the best at this. I want to be best at this. Do you understand? Learning this every day. Even up to now, I keep learning. You can ask the leaders. Do you understand? Sometimes I'll go into leader OBM's page and I'll ask him some one or two questions and he'll recommend some one or two books for me and I'll go and take it. He'll recommend some one or two videos, then I'll go and take. But I'm not even in his network. This should tell you something. All right. From now henceforth, you have that early bird opportunity. One, in a royal Q space. Number two, in a trading space. Countries are regulating cryptocurrency. Government is regulating crypto. As a leader, if you don't see that opportunity to be the reason, now, if I'm even going to refer and all those things, don't have it in mind that it's funny when someone is saying, as for me, referral is not my thing. There's nothing is anyone's thing. The rich people that are investing into real estate, they were not born as real estate investors. You cannot invest into real estate without knowing how. You will fail. You will build, you do, and it will fail. You will burn your money. They invest into real estate because that is where money is. The crypto market, trillions of dollars is going around here. The big banks, they are not investing into this crypto thing because they are passionate about. They are doing it because this is where money is. This is where the world is heading towards. So they have to adapt to that. Now, the world is moving towards crypto. And as a leader, as a businessman, you understand one thing. You should start riding the wave before it gets to the shore, where people will only be standing for the sea water to come splash on their leg or something. Do you understand? Riding the wave. As we know, government is regulating cryptocurrency. What's the name? Institutions are coming in. Everyone is coming in. Now you have to know this routine. It's just like when the internet started. When the billionaires were telling us, okay, everyone will use internet one day. Everyone will use mobile phone one day. When some people were thinking, oh, this thing is not what it is. I remember when I was a child. Let me talk from my own experience. I remember when I was a child growing up. At first, my surrounding, all right, were scared to use mobile phone. They thought mobile phone was 660. How is it that someone will talk here and someone will talk here? So they thought the end of the world was happening when mobile phone started. But to let you know this, after the billionaires, after you could see the billionaires, the big guys, even if they do not adapt to the internet space when it started, they were investing. Even if I am not the one going to create WhatsApp, I would have shares in WhatsApp because I've seen that this is where the world is going. I know the internet will take over. I know technology will take over. So they were investing into that. What do you think happened? Corona happened and the whole world was forced into the internet. Today, we are using internet. Today, we are using mobile phone. It should tell you something. That's how crypto is going to be. Right? The fact that that's how crypto is going to be. So you, in a space right now, if you do not educate the people to come in, if you are not the reason people are in crypto, if you are not the reason, it's like you educating. Do you understand? It's like the guys that told people 12 years ago, do you understand, to buy Bitcoin. Da Vinci, if you go to YouTube, it's there, right? People were laughing at him, people were making fun of that and all. Today, the same thing. If you are not the reason people are coming into rates, the system will. When people didn't see the future of the online space, today, the system had to put us there. Corona happened, the system did. Corona was not a virus that was already there. However, it came about, we don't know. But that forced us to come here. But these guys were already there. The system, the matrix, the people having the big monies, the people control, they were already here. The same thing. Now, trillions of dollars is going around this. They are already investing here. It should tell you something. Meaning something will force all of us to come into crypto. It will be a norm. Now, people want to start creating their own application. No matter how you create your own application, you cannot overtake, you cannot overcome, you cannot take over WhatsApp. WhatsApp has already taken over the market. They started riding the wave before. Mark Zuckerberg and go, they've already taken over the market. Now everyone wants to do the same thing. Everyone wants to create their own application. Yes, you get some one or two people to use and all those things, but you cannot take over the market like WhatsApp. The same thing here. It should tell you something. All right. We have that once in a lifetime opportunity. Instead of thinking this way, it is Ponzi, people that are not having a business mindset who thinks you need to convince people to do business. But the business minded people, as a leader, you should notice that you have to educate people, not to convince. There's a vast difference between this. Educating them, letting them know what crypto is, letting them know where crypto, what it is. People don't even know that crypto is going to be the norm. So the more they know, the more they come into the space. Do you understand? Then what happens? Before everyone come in, remember, one thing rules the world, whether marketing, investment, or anything: supply and demand. And let me explain that in a layman's term, because it's the basic thing to marketing. This, and this is my last word. If demand rate is high, market goes up. If demand rate is low, market comes down. Example, if you want to buy land, you buy land with the mindset that if more people should come and buy land, the price of land here will be expensive. Why? Because the demand rate for that land will be high. The same thing. If you are here and you are the reason everyone is coming into crypto, not because you are convinced, but you are educating them and they are here to learn, not just, do you understand? Before government will regulate cryptocurrency and all those things to which everyone would want to even come in, you are far gone. You didn't wait for the system to come and make these things happen. You did. Just like these individual guys like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg and co had to do. Right? So this is it. Let's take this upon ourselves. Take this as a career to add it to what you're already doing. Do you understand? But your online career, know the courses you have to learn. These 4 courses for you to succeed in this. And I can tell you for a fact that if you master these things, it will take time, yes. But if you master them, even though our money is not royalty in it, even if Rank says I'm not doing it, you will still not be affected. Why? You know how to market. You've led before. You've built a business before. It's not your first time. Do you understand? You know how to trade. You know how to all these 4 skills. And these are the 4 basic skills to build any business, literally almost any business. The only difference is maybe the service they are rendering and that particular product you market. Do you understand? But these are the 4 basic skills as an entrepreneur you should get. All right, master this, become a professional at it, be consistent with the meetings, take it upon yourself, right? And ride the wave, especially with this new Royal Q system. All of you here, you are like the early birds. Do you understand? Ride the wave. Don't worry about what will go on the first year. After 1 year, I've given you a practical example. The $15 share, the realistic part of this. Do you understand? And then you'll be good to go. All right. Thank you for attending. Thank you all for attending today's live session, today's leadership meeting. I hope you learned something. If you learned something, go to the chat box and type 1. If you didn't learn anything, go to the chat box and type 0. Thank you very much. Let me leave the microphone for our leader. Leader Doris, can you hear me?
Yes, 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 Dr. Newman, we can hear you.
Okay, you take over. Thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you so much, guys. Let's show some love to Dr. Newman. Let's show some love. I believe we all learned a lot. So thank you so much. We really appreciate this knowledge that you have imparted into us, and we'll make sure the action ones will put them into action. All right, so that brings us to the end of today's leadership training every Sundays 4:30. So even if you don't see the link, you should know that we are already ready for that. Okay. All right. Hopefully tomorrow early in the morning we'll have the technical analysis training. Afterwards, we'll have trade settings training. So make sure you come and invite your team members as well. I think that is all from my end. Brother Emmanuel, please, do you have something for our audience? Okay, Brother Emma, please, do you have anything? If you have, kindly unmute. If no, then we call it a night and meet again. Oh, questions. Okay. So someone says, please, questions. Okay, so our host, I hope you are not gone, no, because
Yeah, I'm here.
your audience says they have questions.
Okay,
All
you can
right.
ask the question.
So if you have any questions, kindly tap on raise hand. Then we can see your hands among the participants. Then we'll ask you to unmute so there wouldn't be any chaos here. Okay, so there is one question. Oh, this is not a question. Okay, so I see a question. Yes, Ambassador Saul says, how do I get the recorded version, please? Okay, so we'll paste it in the YouTube channel. On the YouTube channel, you get it after the meeting. So who was saying questions? Let me see if I can see the person's name. Uh because I can't see any hands being raised. Questions.
Yeah, so I think Blessing is asking as a beginner, can you directly can you direct me on how to move fast? That's the question from Malawi.
Okay. So Dr. Newman, over to you, please.
Can you ask the question again? Sorry, I was trying to get it, but I didn't really.
Uh, she said, as a beginner, can you direct me on how to move fast? I mean, I think in team building, that's what she meant.
Okay, are you talking of team building or trading?
So, Blessing, please type, or if you can unmute yourself, that would be great. I've asked you to unmute. She said in trading. Okay.
Okay, in trading, to move fast is to know or to watch the videos, the trading videos, the system one that has been done. This time around, from experience and all, and we have daily meetings too. Do you understand? But there's also videos you can watch to know how we are trading. It will depend on the era and the time, because all the Real Q community, the way we are trading this time, do you understand? Beer season will be different. Do you understand? So you can watch any of the videos on based that is purposed for trading. Okay, watch that. Just take your time. All right, in the night or something. Watch it. Have a book. Have a pen. Do that. And also, I would also advise before you even start trading with the boat. Okay, don't rush it. Understand the boat itself. If you go to the YouTube channel, there's videos on that plenty. Do you understand? Take your time, watch every video on Royal Q itself. Understand the first buying amount. Understand those. These are the most important parts. Then after you are done understanding that, all right, you can now get the how to trade part and all those things. So if you are doing everything, you can maneuver the settings your way. It wouldn't necessarily be what you've been told alone, because what you've been told alone, if you're doing that, okay, sometimes sometimes to in trading, intuition counts. All right, your intuition can tell you to just do, you get it, something like that, and then it happens. That is if you know how to maneuver the boat itself. All right, you've bought a boat $120. I'll suggest at least use 1 week before you even start trading. Understand everything about the boat. All right, and then even the technical indicators, understand how to use them. All right, because that's what I use more often. Understand how to use them, like the RSI, the pivot point, the MACD, everything. Okay, and then you'll be good to go. And I think the daily meetings to help you, will enlighten you. There'll be some one or two things other people will talk about that would also let you know. Okay, have I answered the question?
Yeah, I think so. Another one says, I need one-to-one assist any leader here. Okay, so this one I would like to address it myself. So MS, I don't know if it's Miss or MS. Um, I think you are at the wrong meeting at the wrong time. So, uh, you need someone to assist you one on one. You should have an upline. You joined under someone, I believe so. If no, you should get a mentor that will guide you one on one. But this meeting is not about one on one meeting. So, MS, kindly go to your upline or your mentor to assist you the one on one. All right, so this is another. He said, okay, my upline now isn't serious at all. So sorry about that. That is why Royal Q created mentorship. So go and get a mentor that will be able to guide you one on one. Um, okay. So we'll drop the YouTube link here so that you can follow it. I need a very simple training video on settings on futures, please. So Ambassador Paul, as Dr. Newman has already explained, please reach out to the videos. You can get a lot of videos on Royal Q, okay, whereby you'll be able to set your futures easily. And try and attend the team trainings, because Mondays to Fridays, every day, and the topic that we treat this week was really powerful. We had a lot of sharing from different leaders. I believe you are new, so try and attend those meetings. If you can't attend the live session, you can watch the recorded version. So, Blessing is still asking a question. And team building also. And what's the best capital you can use for startup? So, Blessings, I believe you're a new member. That's why you're asking all these questions. Um, the capital, one cannot actually tell you what is the best capital. It all depends on your strength, how much you want to start with. But I believe in starting small, then topping up as time goes on. Okay, it's your own investment, so don't forget, the more money, the more profit you make.
Okay, my leader, can you hear me? I
Yes,
think the
please.
questions coming is not based on what we had to do today. So when next
Exactly.
we have meetings for that, then we tackle that. And please, sir, someone asked my act line is not serious at all. And I think Isaac Eugene from Uganda says he can mentor you. He has pasted his number. Please,
It's
if
not
you are going
allowed.
to mentor someone, it's not allowed. There are a lot of people who will do that and then later come and tell you, come and register in my system and all those things.
Yeah.
And we are all having a different this one. There's a reason why the person had to come through the where he came from, right? There are unlimited people on earth. If you get someone, you get someone. It shouldn't be someone's effort. Okay. So please, if you're a newbie and someone is telling you that because your leader is not serious, come into me, my system. Okay. There's a reason why you had to come through that person you came through. Even if the person is your enemy, there's a reason you had to come through that. So make sure you don't switch ways. If not, I've seen the consequences like most of these things. There's a reason for everything. Okay. Thank you very much.
Let me also add to what Dr. Newman said. If your upline is not good as you think, I don't know what makes you say that, but if you think your upline is not good or not serious, you can get a mentor. That is why Royal Q designed this mentorship. Okay. Go through the mentor list, or if you know any leader, you should know them before you make them a mentor, because people choose mentors and still regret because the mentors are not able to help them. It's like it's even worse than their upline. When you are choosing a mentor, it's free of charge. You don't have to pay anything, but you only have three choices. So if you lose all the choices, then there's nothing you can do any longer. You have to stick with the last person. So make sure you make the right decision. Um so yes, Merrick Tembo, I think I've answered that question about the mentorship being free, or you just need to select one among the list. So it all depends on you. You don't just go about selecting anybody. You have to know who you are selecting and also let the person aware that you've added them as a mentor so they'll be able to guide you in your trades. I think yes, I've answered all the questions and there are no hands raised. So yes, I think let's bring this meeting to an end. We all appreciate you taking your time to make it to this meeting, and we believe we learned something and we'll put it into action as well. God bless you all for joining, and we'll share the recorded version. Brother Ima, please, do you have anything to add up?
All right. I think that's all. Let's engage with the meet tomorrow.
All right. God bless you all. Bye bye.